All right. Good evening, everybody. Look, I have my Historical Society Christmas sweater on, or sweatshirt. It says "Merry Christmas from Harvey, Illinois." It has a little Historical Society thing, and then some Christmas stuff. So I think I had these printed last year, but yeah, it's great. It is that time of year, and it is not quite as cold tonight as it has been, but it's still pretty cold. So I hope you're all staying warm. I just wanted to mention I had made a post online, and I wanted to share. Let me share that with you. Bring that up on Facebook here. Give me 1 second. I had shared about. Oops, wait, sorry. Not that. There was a library board meeting that was supposed to occur tonight, a Harvey Library board meeting. Okay. Hey, Wyoming. Oh, I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, how are you? How are you? How are you? How are you? Okay. So can you guys see that? Okay. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit. All right. Yeah. So this was the agenda. The meeting was supposed to happen tonight, and someone on the board, or some people, and the McCaskills control this board, of course, right? Just like the Park District. So they canceled it at the last minute, which was extremely rude and disrespectful of everyone's time. And I'm sure they're avoiding the public because all of our public boards have to vote on what the tax levy will be for next year before the end of the year. So they're all wanting to get tax increases so they can steal more of our money, of course, right? So anyway, this was supposed to be tonight, approving the minutes, approving the tax levy, treasurer's report, which I don't even know how they're doing that because according to Trustee Tamika Price, she said that the treasurer's name is not even on the account. So like, how are they making deposits or withdrawals or anything? Some sort of bills action item. Yeah, so they didn't have too much on there, but the big thing there was the tax levy. It's the tax levy that we were supposed to talk about. So of course it did not happen, and I wanted to share that. So my original post said, "Come and speak up tonight at 6 p.m. or pay more in taxes. It's very likely that the Harvey Public Library Board will vote to increase our taxes again. Tell everyone to come out and be angry and say, no, these boards don't have to increase our taxes. They do it because no one pushes back. Stand up for yourself or get taxed out of your home." And then I posted the update. The board canceled at the last minute to avoid accountability. Meeting will be December 16th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. next Tuesday. And if you're like, oh, wait, Ryan, that sounds familiar. What's going on next Tuesday? Oh, it just happens to be a Thornton Township meeting. And at the Thornton Township meeting on Tuesday, remember how I got harassed and bullied and basically chased out of the meeting because I asked about the tax levy and the audit? So this next Tuesday at the township, they're supposed to actually vote to, for sure, increase our taxes. And we found out that, yes, indeed, our taxes at the township will be going up. So this is pretty much, we know that McCaskills, Napoleon Harris, and Dots are supporting Keisha McCaskill in her bid to be Cook County Commissioner. And Keisha McCaskill and her husband Anthony control the Harvey Library Board and the Harvey Park District Board. So I'm sure they planned that out, and they said, haha, if we reschedule it and have it next Tuesday, then people like Ryan are gonna they're gonna have to pick either they cover the township or the library board, but we're gonna try to increase taxes in both places. So these are the stupid things and the horrible things that these boards do. So please come out to these boards, be angry, speak your mind. Our taxes, you guys, are already way out of control, as you know, and it is pushing people out of their homes. So we already had one board on Monday increase the school district 152 increased our tax our taxes in a deceptive way. So, let's try to at least try to push back. It's like, don't let people run over you, at least without trying to resist. Man, it's crazy. So that is that. What did I want to share? Yeah, that's the Harvey Public Library Board. Oh, for the township. That's what I was thinking. Hold on, let me pull that up. Mm-hmm. What is this? Oh, somebody was posting about the mayor of Mokina. Okay. I have to look into that. I don't know much about that. Sorry, I'm looking for. Oh, and I need to watch. My goodness, my goodness, my goodness! I need to watch Kimberly on the queue. Her video about where a resident of Dalton, Allison, was attacked recently, and it doesn't seem like the police care or doing anything to help. It's horrible. But where do I find this, you guys? Oh, you know what? Maybe. Oh, I didn't even know Hannibal did a video on Napoleon. Oh, man. Oh, man. How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Hmm. Oh, I'm sorry. That was from July. I guess someone just commented on it. I was like, wait, but I never saw that video. Okay, never mind. But that's still not finding. I'm not finding what I want. Let's go. I wanted to review what the Lansing Journal said about I did not FOIA, but apparently they said they FOIA'd the at the last township meeting where I was attacked for asking about finances. They asked about, or they FOIA'd to see how much the township wanted to increase our taxes. So let's go. Where is there politics? Local government. Okay, let's go to local government. Oh, okay, I think this was the one. Hey, no apologies. And hey, Sherry. Wait, Sherry? Do we say, is it Sherry? Sherry Alberton? Or Cheryl? Cheryl. But yes, thanks for joining us, you guys. Please stay warm. And you can actually, I think I took the website down because I had to pay too much to maintain it. But I do have some stuff, some Harvey gear that I designed. But this is one of them. So I'm wearing one of my sweatshirts tonight. Merry Christmas from Harvey, Illinois. So let's take a look at what the Lansing Journal FOIA'd, and they found out that, surprise, surprise, just like I'm sure the library board who canceled the meeting tonight wants to increase our taxes, we know for sure that Thornton Township wants to. Okay, so let's see. All right, now we can see. If approved at the next Board of Trustees meeting, the 2025 tax levies for Thornton Township will total about $23 million. Okay. The Lansing Journal received levy amounts after filing a FOIA request for copies of 2 resolutions passed during the regular board meeting on November 18th. That was when I was attacked. For fiscal year 2025, the levy for the general fund and general assistance fund, which are levied together, is set at $22 million. The general fund is almost $9 million. Okay. That's for general operation of the township. The general assistance fund is around 13. That fund supports aid and assistance programs for township residents. The total amount of those fund levies is a 4% increase. 4% increase. 4% increase over the combined tax levy in fiscal year 2024, which was about $21 million. Now, if you're wondering and saying, but wait, why are they talking about 2025? But next year's 2026, when we're talking about taxes in Illinois, they are assessed 1 year in arrears. So it's always 1 year behind. So as I suspected, it's an increase. Remember in I think it was the same meeting where they came after me. But Napoleon, after I'd asked about the why they didn't have a forensic audit yet, and then what the new tax rate would be, he assured everyone and said, "Oh, don't worry, your taxes aren't going up." Well, he lied. So Lansing Journal got the documents, and they said it's a 4% increase. So this is the resolution, apparently. Okay, so it gives the what if I click on it? Oh, okay. I guess so you can see general assistance fund and then the general fund. Okay. So the aggregate 2025 levy is about 22 million. Whereas the total amount for 2024 was about 21 million. Okay. So that's where, excuse me, that's, where they got their figures from. So it's going up from about 21 million to 22. And this is the other trick that they pull, you guys. Okay, so what does it say? Oh, the motion of Byron Stanley made the motion. It was seconded by Mary Yvonne. And of course, they all voted for it. No questions, no votes, nothing. Very suspicious. So this is the trick that they pull. So according to Illinois law, because it might sound a little more confusing the way they have it here. Okay, it says, therefore be it resolved, the amounts of money necessary to be raised by taxation for the 2025 tax year are hereby determined to be less than 105% of the amount of taxes extended for the 2024 tax year, being in fact 104% of the amount extended for the 2024 tax year. So basically, how the rule goes is that you can't, if you're a board in Illinois and you want to increase the taxes by 5% or more, the following year, you have to have a special hearing. So, of course, no surprise here, most boards do just less than that. So it sounds like that's what Thornton Township did. For the 2 biggest funds, they've increased the taxes by just 4%, right? So they don't have to have that public hearing. And I'm sorry, what did you say? My first grandbaby is literally about to pop out in a minute. My heart is so, oh, well, congratulations. Félicitations, the French say. That's awesome. General fund 11 million. Thornton Township is a waste of government. All the villages need to secede from it. Oh, right. Right. Yeah, I really do think we have strong arguments for abolishing the township. Because look, about 22 million, that's just for two of the levies. That doesn't include there's a third levy, okay? So I agree with you there, Cher. Let me see. Let's go back and I thought wait, hold on. Is the other one in there? Oh yeah, the other one was in there. Okay. So then if you go to the Road and Bridge Fund, okay, that's just in and of itself, that's about $1 million. Okay. It's 923,833. Oh, what is my thing doing? Zoom out. Okay, there we go. Now let's see. What was it for 2024? It was 888,301. Okay. So again, they increased it, but not more than 4.99%, so that they didn't have to have a public hearing, which is ridiculous. We should change that Illinois law. And so basically, they can automatically increase your taxes every year. All they have to do is have the board vote. And who on the board is not going to vote for it? Because they're more than likely getting something for it. They're all quiet anyway. All these same people who yelled and screamed and hollered and made all sorts of complaints because they said Tiffany wasn't being transparent. She was wasting money, and they wouldn't vote to spend money even when it probably was okay to spend it. And now that Napoleon's in, they're so quiet. There are no questions. They always vote yes for everything. So anyway, so that was the second one. Oh, who did this one? Let's just see. Look, it's on paper. Valeria Stubbs made a motion. Chris Gonzalez seconded the motion. I love how I feel like they plan everything out ahead of time too. So you notice it's like, oh, everybody gets a little turn. You motion, you second. Okay, now it's your turn. You motion, you second. It's all like choreographed ahead of time. No disagreements, no questions. It's really disgusting. Like that is not democracy. That's a show of democracy, but it's not at all. And then I think in the article, let's see, they said, because I think it was about a 3% increase. Oh, okay, almost. So about 4 as well. The Road and Bridge Fund was increased. The tax levy is going up by almost 4%, 3.9%. Taxes are paid by owners of property within the municipalities levied after the completion of a fiscal year. Thornton Township's 2025 fiscal year ended on February 28th. According to Illinois' Truth in Taxation Law, if a municipality proposes an annual tax levy increase of 5% or more, it must hold a public hearing prior to a vote by its board members. That's what I was saying before, yeah. Thornton Township levy increases will not require a public hearing. Oh. The board plans to vote on the levy increases at its next board meeting on December 16th at 6 p.m. So yes, everybody, please do show up. But another reason I'm sharing that is because the meeting from tonight, which did I oh, I think I added it in the comments. Hold on. I was going to say, where was that? I can't find it. But anyway, yeah, the library board meeting was rescheduled for the same date, next Tuesday. Isn't that interesting? Of course, because Napoleon and the McCaskills are working together on this stuff. So please do come out if you can. Don't worry, we'll get at least someone to cover the Harvey Library board meeting too. But yeah, the township meeting is that night as well. Road and Bridge only covers one road and a single bridge in one of the villages. The Road and Bridge guy stated that in a live meeting. Oh, really? Oh, okay. I mean, I know it wasn't that much, but that is Antoine Russell, who also tried to run to be mayor of Burnham, as well as running for this election. A lot of these people in the area and on this board, they hold multiple positions. That's not uncommon. He did lose that election, but the township actually put out a flyer, and they were boasting about the fact that they bought like a super overpriced, like huge lawnmower, and then they paid over $20,000 to renovate his office. the highway commissioner. So they waste money like it's nothing, you know. Meanwhile, people are being taxed out of their home. I mean, this it's real. It's a real crisis. We've got to address it. It's not good. So I just wanted to clarify. So thank you, Lansing Journal, for getting that information for us. So I was right. I'm sure that's why I got attacked by Miss Nina Graham and her associate Mike. There was another. Okay, we talked about the one objection thing. Did I read the Lansing Journal's article? Let me take a quick look. Okay. So for Napoleon's objections, okay, because he wants to be Democratic Party committeeman of Thornton Township again, even though he does not live in Thornton Township, and this has been established over years now. Okay, that's right. There's going to be a Rule 8 evidentiary hearing. My big disappointment was that the judge, Tedesco, declined his request to subpoena witnesses for testimony. Okay, so they should have been able to get Napoleon in there under oath to have to say that he did everything honestly and that he lives in the district. And the fact that they didn't shows me that this is more of the political machine, the Democratic machine, protecting Napoleon for violating the law. After the hearing, Tedesco will issue a final ruling. That's right. It is open to the public. It's 69 West Washington next Tuesday at noon. So same day as the Thornton Township meeting. Never give up, Price said as he exited. Okay, so Steve Ladzinski, and Bert Olson, who are also lawyers for the township, were there as the candidate, Napoleon Harris's personal lawyer. So, of course, that begs the question, are they getting paid by public funds? I think someone should investigate that. Okay, Price objected against 8 duplicate signature pages. At the hearing, Ladzinski said his side would agree to drop one of those pages. And then Tedesco asked, my question is, how am I supposed to determine if this is a copy? Price suggested he could run his hand along the back of the sheet of paper to feel that there were no indentation marks in the petition signature area, only in the circulators area. Tedesco did so and said he could not feel any difference on the sheets. Okay, interesting. Even if all those pages were removed, Tedesco said both sides' signature counts total more than the 753 needed for Harris to qualify for candidacy. Pivoting from that issue, Tedesco took up Price's objection of false swearing by circulators. Each signature page must be circulated by only one person, and that circulator must write their name and address on the page and sign it. The set of duplicated pages featured signatures of circulators that differed from those on their counterpart pages. Price said that amounted to false swearing by those circulators. In the previous hearing on December 4th, Tedesco dismissed Price's claims of a pattern of fraud related to the circulator signatures. Price's final argument was that some circulators do not reside at the address they provided on the signature pages. There is no residency requirement for circulators, Tedesco clarified, but one must list their valid address. Ladzinski argued that Price did not provide a specific argument or evidence regarding the circulators' addresses. There is only a bald statement that they don't reside somewhere, Ladzinski said. There are no facts as to where they reside. What am I defending? Tedesco granted Ladzinski's petition to dismiss the claim of false swearings. He then denied Price's requests for subpoenas of Harris and others to testify. You've just given them the case, Mr. Tedesco, Price said. And for the last part, for most of that article, I can attest because I was there. So I wanted to go to, let me find my... Okay. And I'll zoom in a little bit here. So this hearing was, what did I say, yesterday, right? yesterday. What's today? No, it was Tuesday, 2 days ago. My take on the Napoleon Harris ballot objection hearing on the 9th. It was very disappointing. I caught most of it. I didn't catch the whole thing, but I think Carol from the Lansing Journal was there for the whole thing. There was also Stephanie Wiedemann. She was there in the audience. There was a lady who works the court behind us. And then there was the judge, Tedesco is his name, Mr. Tedesco. There was Steve Ledzinski and Bert Olson, the 2 lawyers for Napoleon. Keith Price representing himself. And then there was a court reporter. And I think there was one other man. I don't know who he is, but... The judge is denying all subpoenas requested by Price. So once again, Napoleon will not testify under oath. Next Tuesday at noon, they will handle the Rule 8 objections. It looks like the Democratic machine is covering for NAPO again. This is the problem. This is my problem. It looks clear for years now, or it's been clear for years now, that Mr. Harris does not reside in Thornton Township. He resides in Flossmoor, Illinois. That is in Ridge Township. If Mr. Harris wants to be elected to township positions, great. Then he should be running for Ridge Township positions, not Thornton Township positions. This is like a basic, no-nonsense, thing that whenever they try to fool you with the fancy legal language, that's when you know they're overlooking like obvious violations of the law. That's when you know people are up to no good, okay? Because any idiot, any fool, any normal person could understand this, right? I said the Democratic machine can't keep protecting him as he so blatantly breaks the law. You should live in the district you claim to serve. I don't care if you love or hate someone. I don't care if you're their best buddy and ally or if you're their worst enemy. If we're going to have a law, everybody has to follow it, right? Or in my opinion, nobody should have to follow it. So why are you going to enforce residency requirements against certain people who are in most cases enemies of either, the Democratic machine or someone that is connected to the Democratic machine? You're going to enforce laws against your enemies, but not enforce the same laws against your friends? Then that's not a legal system I want to live with. That's not fair, right? Even a small child understands issues of fairness like this. So we know that something is amiss and that the system is protecting Napoleon, and it shouldn't be that way. And it has nothing to do, like I said, with whether you like him or hate him, or even if Napoleon, let's say he did everything right and he was just this amazing politician, he's still violating this law. And if we believe that it's fair that you have to live where you are supposed to be representing people, then everybody should have to fulfill that requirement, right? You can own property anywhere you want, but your primary residence needs to be where you're supposed to be representing people. And then my last point there was, I said, I wonder if taxpayers are paying for the 2 lawyers. They're very expensive lawyers, and they also just happen to be the lawyers for Thornton Township. Someone should look into that, because Lord knows I have enough to cover. So that is that. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but maybe, I would say not surprising, but still disappointing, right? But I'm not going to pretend that I'm shocked. Boop, beep, boop, boop, boop. All right, let me see here. Oh, that's nice. One of our former Harvey residents just sent me something. She found some deer that stopped by to visit her yard. Oh, and someone messaged, are you going to do a live? Yep, I'm live now. Hopefully you found it. Hopefully you'll find us. Let me see if we have any other meetings or anything coming up to remind you guys of. Let's see. Please don't forget, if you live in Cook County, you need to pay your property taxes by December 15th, or you will incur late charges. It's not fair, and the whole system is just a big scam right now, but That's how it is, unfortunately. Unless you're someone like Napoleon Harris or Governor Pritzker or whatever, see, they get special treatment, or or if you're a rich person or a rich corporation that can hire expensive lawyers, and then they give you all these breaks on your taxes, which is just ridiculous and not fair. I believe Vivian said she is having a hearing tomorrow morning for her status for one of her cases. It's on Zoom, and if you're interested in that, you could find more information on her page. Oh, tomorrow's also for our Catholics. It's the Feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. Okay, forgot that was in December. Next Tuesday at noon is the last hearing for the objections to Napoleon's petitions. Stephanie Wiedemann, I believe, is officially on the ballot, so she has passed her objection stage. And then we'll have the township meeting and then the library board meeting that was supposed to happen tonight. Both of those will be next Tuesday. I'm going to have court next Thursday at 11. I know Amir has court, I think, on next Friday. Colby Chapman is holding a Christmas event on Saturday the 20th. What is that? I have to look it up. No wonder I didn't recognize it, because it's like it says repeats every 3 months. Okay. I was going to say, what kind of committee is that? I got to look that up anyway. Also, there's a hearing for Harvey Park District. Okay, cool. But yeah, that's about it for now, I think, you guys. Let me check another list to make sure I didn't forget anything. Yeah, I think that's it for now. All right, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining. And unless anybody has any questions or anything else, then I'm going to head out. I'll see you guys next time. So I'll give you a minute before I head out here. 1 second. Okay, everybody. Sounds good. I don't see any other comments, so you all have a great night, and we'll talk again soon. Bienvenue.